G'day, welcome back to Dad vs Son, and we're going on with Combat Commander Europe, Scenario 1, Fat Lipki, and we have our recon forces out and about trying to work out who's doing what to whom. Okay, and it's the Germans' turn. So they finished last turn hanging on to a recover, an advance, 2 fires, and they got a move. So, what we are going to do is we are going to advance. And I'm going to advance Corporal Winkler and his rifle to here. So, this guy's got a choice now. If he's got to move, he can move into here and get hit. Or you can come down this way, or they can try and shoot back up here, and so forth. So that's that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this rifle to here. So if he tries to come down here, he's still going to get hit. And if this guy tries to sneak through, he's going to get hit. And while he wants to trundle along here, I'm quite happy. So that's that. And they get 2 cards. And we're back to the Russians, who have 3 fires, a rout, and a move. Yay! Okay. So what are we going to do? We only have the 1 move order. We need to get these moving so we can start to put some pressure on here. But if we move him, the bestest place to move him would be into here. That's the best place to move him because you'll get 2 cover there. That means either him can shoot or him can shoot. Because if I come back here, he will get 1 cover, if I remember correctly. He'll get, 1 cover, but I suppose he'll pick up 2 line of sight hindrance for that. So which would be better? So the hindrance effectively gives him 2 less firepower coming in, and then 1 cover. So that actually physically gives him 3 rather than just 2. The mind boggles, it does. So we are going to do that. We are going to move, and we are going to move Ivan here back this way, like that. And the Germans are going to have a look and go, well, we've got 2 fire cards. Why don't we? So they are going to fire. And they're firing from here. So it's 5 plus 1 is 6 down to here. So it's a 4 into here. Yeah. 4, and they're using crossfire, so that's 6 plus 7 is 13, and he's sitting there for 9, and he's going to sit there for 9, and that should be enough. Oh, and it wasn't, so he got hit, and we go poo. Okay, so he's been hit. So what are we going to do next? And I think what we are going to do is we are going to fire, which is probably what we should have done before we moved. And we are going to use sustained fire. So we're firing with this guy here. So this is 1, 2, 3. So he's firing for 5, 6, plus 2 is 8, minus 2 is 6. Plus 10 is 16. And he is in here for... Was that right? Let me just check this. He's firing for 5, 6. I said plus 2 instead of minus 2. So that should have been, 5, 6, 7, 8. Minus 2 is 6. Plus 8 is 14. That sounds better. Okay, let's do this again. So we have 14 going into here. And this guy is 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. And he's suppressed, which I find amazing. And this guy is 6, 7, 8. And he's safe. And the sniper is at N9, which is down here and misses everybody. Right. What else do the Russians want to do? That's it. Okay, so 3 cards for them. A 1, a 2, and a 3. And we have the Germans who have a recover, a rout, and a fire. Right. So what they might do is, let's try and rout to start with. Okay, so we're going to rout. We're going to try and rout this guy, of course. And he is sitting here for 6, and 1 is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we actually got a 12, we could rout him off the board. Okay. So 7, and it's an 8. So he's going to go by 1. And I think we'll go that way. We're still going up 1 from a 5 to a 4. And then they are going to fire. Oh, they're going to recover first, sorry. Recover to get rid of that, and then they're going to fire. So they're going to fire for 5, 6, over to here. So it's 6 minus 2 is 4, plus 7 is 11, and the event is air support. Determine a random hex. You may break all units in the occupied hex closest to that random hex. And the hex is H3. Okay, H3. Closest hex would be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, no, we don't want to break them. Okay, so we're hitting into here for 11, and he is sitting there for 7, and that's it. And he's fine. And the event is Recon. Your opponent must reveal a secret objective. Let's see what the German objective is, and it is Objective G. 3 is worth 2 victory points, and they currently hold G, so 1, 2, 3. They now have 13 victory points, the mongrel guts, and that's the end of their turn. Okay, so they get 5 cards, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5. And it's now the Russians' turn, and they have 2 routes, 2 fires, and a move. Okay, so if they move this guy, they could move him to there, and then he could move to there, but he's going to take a shot there. I know he's only got 1, but once he's on the road, he gets 1. So he could come to here, and then he's safe-ish. Righto. So I think the first thing we're going to do is we are going to fire. Excuse me. And we are going to fire from here to here. So that's going to be for 5, 6 into here. Minus 2 is 4. Plus 8 is 12. And this guy is here for 7, 8, 9, 10. And 7 is 17. And the event is interrogation. Look at your opponent's hand and discard 1 card. Okay, so this is what the Russians have got. A rout and a rout. Do the Germans really care about them? And the answer is not particularly. And they have a move and a fire. So I think what they'll do is they'll get rid of the fire, because that's also an ambush card. Okay, so they get rid of that. And we have shot into here for 12. He's fine. And now we're shot into here for 6, 7, 8. And 4 is 12, which means he is going to be suppressed. And the sniper hits a D1, which is bloody wonderful for the Germans, because D1 is right here. Okay, now what I work on is if there is actually somebody in there, then that's who gets hit. If there's not somebody there, then we go to one of the adjacent ones. Right. And poo. That's it. We can't do any more. So 2 cards for them. Germans have a fire, a half rubbish, a fire, a move, and a rout. So let's see if we can, again, rout these 2, because this one's only got to get 1 to go off. So we're going to rout them first. And we're going to rout this guy first and try and get him off the board. Okay, so he's sitting up there for a 6, and we get nothing, 3. And then we've got this guy who's sitting for 7, and we get 11. So that's 4. A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. However, I get to do this, don't I? But that's no closer. Oh, poo. Because that's a 4 and that's a 4. Yep, he's gone. Okay, so that's another 2 points to Herman the German. And they now have 17 points. Now what are they going to do? 2 fires, a move. And I think what they're going to do is stay where they are. Yes. And they get 1 card. Okay, Russians, 2 routs, a move, a recover, and a rubbish. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is I don't want them to get routed. So it means I've got to waste a recover just for him. That's a pain. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to move. Right. Sorry, he's there. We're going to activate Kaminsky and his mob here. So this guy can't go anywhere. So we're going to go 2 into here. And we have line of sight. So the Germans do have a fire card. And they are going to fire. And they're going to use crossfire. And they're firing from here. And they're both in range, so they'll use the rifle. So that is 7, 8, 9, 10 into here. 10 plus 9 is scary, 19. 19 into here, and the Russians have nothing. Okay. So we have, let's just put them around the right way. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And 4 is not enough. And the sniper hits at F8. See, 6, 7, 8. Bang. Well, that was not too bad. The trouble is we lose a medium machine gun at the moment. Like that. And then we have 8, 9, 10 for this guy. And 5, and he's hit as well. Okay, now this guy moves and he goes 2, 4. And this guy goes 2, 4. Now, do I want this guy to move? Maybe I bring him around this way. I could try and run him off the board down here. But that's not real good. If I move him to here, he has no shot. If I move him to here, they still have no shot. And he will be in his control if I can fix him. Okay, so that's all done, and then we will try and recover. So the first time is Sergeant Krylov there for 9, 10, 11, and we get a 10, so we squeaked it in. And then we have our little man here for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and he's good as well, and the event is a breeze. We don't have any smoke or blazes at the moment. So this little man is back. And then we've got this guy who's there for 6, and he does nothing. And that is all we can do, maybe? Well, no, let's get rid of one of these routes. So we're going to get rid of this route here, and we're going to try and route him out. I know it's a 10, but who cares? And we get an 8. Okay, so that's it for the Russians. They get 1, 2, 3 cards. These ones go away. It's the Germans' turn, and they have an artillery request, a command confusion, and a fire. So realistically at the moment, I think they need to get rid of these 2 cards. And that's what they're going to do. And they get 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, Germans, a rout, an artillery request, a fire, an advance, and a rubbish again. So they have 2 rubbish, a rout, an advance, and a fire. So we're going to advance. We're going to advance with Sergeant Kovalov's mob here. So they're going to come to here, like this. And he's going to come to here. And he's going to come to here. And he's going to come to here, like that. And him... him is not. He's not going to. Or is he? No, he's not. He's actually going to advance back 1. Like that. And then, again, we're going to try and rout that little guy out of there. So, again, he's sitting here for 10. And we get 11. So he's going to rout for 1. So he's at an 8 here. So he has to go to a 9. So this is the only place he can go. Like that. And that is all I can do other than firing from here into here. Why not? Let's fire. That's our third order. We can do it. You know, the trouble is I think I've been giving the Germans 3 orders a lot of times as well, and they're only supposed to have 2. Okay, so, go figure. So we're firing for 5, 6 into here. -2 is 4, plus 4 is 8, and he's sitting there for 7, 8, 9, 10, and he's fine for some reason, and he's sitting there for 5, 6, 7, and he's fine, and the sniper hits at B1, which is all the way up here and does nothing. So that's it for the Russians. 3 cards for them, and we'll call it quits there. It's a bit short, and come back for the Germans' turn, because my mum said dinner's ready, so I've got to go and eat. Okay, and I am not going to argue with she who must be obeyed at all. Okay, I'm too old in the tooth to do that sort of stupidity. Righto, so I hope you're enjoying. I am for sure. I think I've pointed out most of the mistakes I've made with giving too many orders, with going to move instead of advance. Crankbait pointed out to me again that I can't use smoke grenades, smoke for movement when I advance. I always thought you could, but hey, again, I can't. So there. I'll take that as another kick in the bottom. And he pointed out also how I had been screwing up in my tactics and strategy at times as well. At which time I told him that it was a bit silly that he told me now. If he had told me then, I could have done something about it. Yeah, I know. Again, like I said to him, not logical, but I feel like chucking a tantrum. Thanks again, everybody. Thanks, Crankbait. Loving your work, mate. And Steve, enjoy your trip over to the Philippines. And I will catch you all later. Bye for now.